Without glasses or contacts, trust the experts at Allison Leasing. I'm Dr. And that's why we are committed to using state-of-the-art technology at the best price. With a free leasing consultation to determine if your candidate, what are you waiting for? Call today or book your visit at AllisonLeasing.com.
Hey, Frank, how's it going?
Oxygen depletion in 2 minutes.
Some name was Planetine. Generation. It's dying out. Of course, I said. That's not what fascinates. I'll stick with the
Hey, Skyfly, how's it going? Hey, Skyfly, how's it going?
Yes, happy ending. So happy. Just checking on my figure.
Jim, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Waiting for a few people to get here. Maybe they'll get here in time. There's a ship downbound I'd kind of like to go get, but this is more important than me getting another ship. Hey, Brenda. How are you doing this evening? Good, I hope. Hi, David.
Here I am to say today. Paul, not
Yes.
all superheroes can fly.
Okay, I'm gonna go fly. I'll make you the host.
Yeah, not all superheroes can fly. Do you want to know why? I'm
Why?
too fat.
Okay. Make host.
I'm here. I'll be talking. I'll try and read the chat as much as I can. I'll let other people in. But I am fighting with some DIY project.
Okay. You're in charge, buddy. I'll be back.
Hey, Brenda. Hey, Joel. Hey, Jim. Hey, Frank. Give my regards to Jody. Oh, dear. Mush. Move. Move. Yeah, what a day. Where is everybody? Welcome, everybody, to David and Paul's Chair Show. Hope everybody is good. It's quite bloody warm here tonight. So warm, Laura's nicked a freaking fan. Good evening, Captain John.
Where's the man of the hour?
I don't know, but I'm going now. Bye.
Okay,
We're joking.
I'll go with you.
I'm the host, so I can't.
So he left?
I think I'm the host. He said he was making me the host, but this is Paul. It doesn't mean name. Oh, yeah, I am the host.
Yeah, he's not. He looks like he might be parked out there, huh?
Yeah, he's just gone to catch a ship.
Wow. He needs to change the hours of his show or something.
Yeah.
Because it's inconvenient for him.
Hmm.
Wow. It's something else. He told
why
you,
we-
Dominic.
Hey, Dominic.
Now we can go.
Yeah.
I
What's
mean,
been happening?
he just signed on, and he left that fast. Let's keep track of how many minutes he's on his show today.
Well, he started 15 minutes early, and then I came on at 10 o'clock when I heard him say he wanted to go and catch a ship, but this show was more important. So I thought,
But
I better
apparently
go.
not. Apparently not if he just left into the ship.
I didn't notice it until about 5-2.
Yeah, it said 3 minutes to is when it was coming on. That's when it said.
Hmm.
Well, I had a interesting thing from DJI today.
Okay.
No, it's not that interesting.
Oh, bugger.
If you're wondering what I'm talking to when I say turn around here, I'm talking to a mannequin.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Lord help me.
I'm putting lights in this stupid thing.
Let's see if I could find this thing.
It's not going to plan. Why can't they just sell dresses with lights in them?
So DJI finally responded to me, right?
Yep.
And they said,
Shut up, Joe.
thank you. Yeah, they said, shut up, Joe, basically. They said, oh, I didn't realize it said this. It
Hmm.
said, please understand that we did not provide data analysis service out of warranty cases. However, considering your injury, we do want to figure out the cause of the incident. We made an exception for you. Or how white of them, you know? Then it says,
Mm.
we have finished the data analysis. Please refer to the results. Took off signal strength, good signal strength. APS was good, all of that, da. And it says, the unit was moving forward and descending as per RC commands prior to impact. User gave a slight roll command less than a second before the impact. Listen how they said that. User gave a slight roll command less than a second before the impact. User did not give enough time for the unit to brake prior to the incident. Now, my question is,
A second before impact would mean the roll impact would be you when you move your arms up to protect yourself. You'd have caught the controller.
You might
Right.
have bumped it.
You would have done.
no, the problem is that it was descending. If you look at the flight record, it's descending at 0.5 miles an hour and goes from 0.5 miles an hour 3 feet away from me to on top of me at 2 miles an hour within a how they put it, less than a second. Okay. And I asked them specifically straight out. They said, I know it's hard for you to take the responsibility like that. They said, but out of a courtesy, we will offer you a new drone. Right? That's what they're saying, right?
Right.
And they said, please refer, listen to this one, this is the best. Please refer to the Mini 4 Pro user manual. What's that have to do with a Mavic 3?
Exactly.
And it says, thin branches, cables, light poles, slanted roofs cannot be detected by the vision center. That hit me, 250-pound fat man, standing in front of a 3,700-pound vehicle.
Yeah.
So I let them know all of that. I said, this is in case your representative didn't give you the information or you just overlooked it. And then I sent them pictures of the back of the car. I said, I'm 250 pounds standing underneath that tailgate in broad daylight. They said it could have been low light. I said, in the middle of the daytime. I said, and the drone was ascending, paused to make a landing, beeped, and then
Okay.
shot directly at me in cine mode, which means one thing, obstacle avoidance failed on your drone. And I said, now I do appreciate the offer for the new drone. However, I said, but I'm thinking that you needed to think about an upgrade to maybe the Mavic 3 Pro. And then based on my injuries, I do believe that we should consider some type of compensation because that is warranted. You know, so I sat here and it took me 2 hours to write this thing and get it exactly right. And I sent it back to them. You know, so it's like, now it's back in their court. You know, but the basic thing I told them was how I put it exactly. It said, I do appreciate a free replacement as a goodwill and courtesy. However, I believe those details and facts that I've added previously that you may not have been given from your DGI representative Tina must be addressed before we can reach a better resolution, so we may
I'm
move
on.
forward and close the incident with both sides in agreement. Sounds pretty good, huh?
Mm,
You mean
Yeah.
you didn't use Chat GPT?
No, I didn't use that shit. I didn't need it. They said even an upgrade from a Mavic 3 original to at least the Mavic 3 Pro would have been a start. Would be a start. It said I also believe some additional compensation is warranted considering I was injured, and it clearly was because of the obstacle avoidance on the Mavic 3 original failed.
Mm.
So let's see where we go.
You never know.
Well,
It could be just that the
Go ahead.
first they wrote to you was them trying it on just to see what
Back
you.
in 5. Behave yourselves. I'm in charge. I'll be back in 5.
Yeah. Yeah, they were trying to feel or see if I'd just give up and take a replacement, you know?
Yeah.
I know they were doing that. I told them, I said, I also added the location, the pictures, and all this screenshot of the flight. The last, it said showing, I said the last 3 lines showing the deceleration at 0.5 miles per hour, then the sudden acceleration to 2.1 and 2.2 while descending. I said the Mavic 3 original should not have lunged forward in obstacle avoidance with obstacle avoidance enabled. On the obstacle avoidance on the Mavic 3 original, failing is clearly the issue here, period. Because it really is. The bottom line, if you see that video for the Mavic 4, it's got a freaking stick sticking up. And he's got that thing full throttle and it ain't moving. You know, so, but don't tell me to compare it to a Mini 4 manual. No, and
yeah.
that trees and sticks, when I've already told you, there's no trees and sticks in front of it. It was me.
Joe,
So,
you should have told them. I mean, what is the chance of me pushing the stick forward and flying it myself with my hand in front of my face trying to protect myself?
no, I told him, I said, when I heard the acceleration of the props, I dropped the controller. The controller was out of my hands. I said, and it continued until it hit the tailgate and me. So I think I have enough there that they're gonna have to look at it. You know what I mean?
Trouble is, if you drop the controller, you don't know what happened to the sticks then because it could have landed on them.
No, it happened. It happened within like I said, a half of a second, all at once. As I dropped it, I hit it. Because I mean, I did this. I just did this, and I was on it already. So I don't believe that they're gonna have to address it. They're gonna have to address it. I said, this time your DJI drone, the Mavic 3 original, failed. So just be reasonable. Let's upgrade me and hand me a little cash, you know? You know, hand me at least what the doctor bill would cost.
Yeah.
And that's not asking for much. Because you know how much the doctor bill was technically? $270.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
I know.
Well, it's not a lot compared to some of the prices in your place.
Oh, I know. But that's the if I'd have went to the hospital, it would have cost me $260 to walk in. Besides seeing the thing. That's my copay. And then it would have been big money. I went to my doctor. I waited and went to my doctor.
The thing about it is they're saying that they won't pay any medical expenses, and yet they're the ones that insisted that you go to the hospital.
I know. And if they come back and say something again, I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna show them an email that says you insisted I go to the doctor. I forgot about that. Oh, I ought to put that in there. So I'll go to my doctor and say, how much do you think this is worth? How much? Give me a bill. You know?
Yeah, just type one off.
Because I know Dr. Long. He's a hard ass. He'd say, "Well, I think it worth $5,000." You know?
Yeah.
I know how he is. He said, "Shit, I'll write you a big bill." And I know doctors I can go to that I shot pictures for. I just go get a bill from them.
Mm.
But I'm not going to do anything illegal. I just want them to fix this thing. I want my drone back. I want to. I would put it like this. I would like a Mavic 3 Pro because it was your fault, and I'm not asking for much. It's not like it's a big deal for them to hand me one.
After watching some of the videos on this Mavic 4 Pro creator pack
Yep.
with the new RC2 Pro,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it either.
Well, I had the Pro 2 controller in my hand and played with it yesterday. So it is a fine piece of kit, I must say.
Let me see if I'm the host. If I'm the host, I'm booting you for that.
Nah,
Design,
David is.
the
I was
design,
going to boot you because of that. You know.
the design is different. I think it looks ugly. It looks cheap and nasty. They could have made it look better than it does.
But the thing is, the post that has the screen on it doesn't move that way. Only the screen moves, not the post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're holding it, some of people that actually want to look at their sticks, you can't move the screen out of the way. You can move it up or that way, and then when you move it that way, it's on the angle.
Yeah.
But it's also to do with the it's got 2,000 nits at least.
Yeah. Especially when
Yeah, I
you
heard that. That sounds good.
when you rotate it to vertical mode,
Yeah,
then it covers up half of the controller.
yeah, but you'll at least be able to see the sticks because in the vertical mode,
Side.
it sits right in the middle.
Yeah. I like the way the
And that-
stick folds down as you close it.
Yeah, I enjoyed looking at that too.
Yeah.
Check this out, Dominic.
Yeah.
That's the gimbal guard
Oh,
Well,
for
great.
the Neo.
I also like the fact that when you turn the screen on the remote to vertical mode,
Yeah, it turns the
Oh,
camera.
yeah. Now that's a clever feature.
Yeah, because they had where I went, they had a display mode on the counter, but they had one as a test model, and they actually showed me how it all works.
Yeah. I watched Sean do his today as well.
Mm,
Geeks,
yeah, I
Farm-
watched all of them.
Geeks Farmer.
Yeah, I watched his,
I've not
Ken, Billy.
watched Sean photographies yet.
No, I've still got. He's also Sean.
I watched.
Who's the other one that? Ian in London also put one out.
I've not seen that one.
No, I haven't seen that either.
I watched Darren DM.
Yeah.
I saw Matthew Drum Creatives.
Yeah, I do enjoy his work.
Billy. Yeah. And I saw Russ's.
Yeah.
I've not seen Ken do one. Don't know. Has he?
Oh, that was the first one I watched.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, it was the first one I watched. Because that was the first notification I got.
Because Dono will tell it as it is, whereas Billy is definitely a DJI fan.
Yeah.
Although he did say that some of the camera features weren't good enough. I thought, what?
Mm.
But did you see the size of them propellers?
Yeah.
5-inch propellers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
one side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
10.
slice and dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of took my breath away when I saw that.
But when they said that new H.264 all I
Mm,
bit rate of 1200.
it doesn't have the ProRes, but
But it
you
doesn't
want
have
if you want ProRes, get the Inspire.
yeah, it doesn't have ProRes. You get the what's it for that? The
Inspire.
Mavic 3 Cine.
Oh yeah, both of them have it.
But apparently this new all I is supposed to be just as good as ProRes.
Mm.
It's that it's new and it's not something that the clients know anything about yet.
Mm.
So whether it'll be able to work alongside ProRes as a industry standard or not, God knows. What was it? 6K at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run a stopwatch for when Paul does get back, and it's gonna be a double stopwatch. One of them's gonna be how long is he back for? How long does he talk for? And then we'll figure out how long it is and tell him why. You know,
Yeah, and how long
why
after
is your name on this channel?
he gets back does he go for a Boston cream?
How long has he come back that he's looking for Boone? You hear what Boone did yesterday? Y'all hear what Boone did yesterday? He
No.
grabbed a squirrel.
Hey.
He got one in the backyard.
Yeah, but
After
Paul,
the show, Paul calls me and tells me he found a squirrel in the backyard.
I bet Paul was really pleased about that.
No, he should have heard him on the phone. I
Mm.
said, he said, I don't know why he caught. I said, he did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah,
I said, they won't come in the back anymore.
he's a hunter.
That's right. He was standing by the squirrel waiting for Paul to come get it. Like that. I said, he was bringing you food. You should have skinned it and ate it.
Mm.
And then I made the biggest mistake. I told him there was an update on the controller.
Yeah, I've just done mine
That took another 15 minutes.
on the RC2 and on
And
the
it
Mini,
didn't get done either. So
and on the Mini 4 Pro as well.
Back.
Yeah, I have been back a bit. I'm just
So I had to do the update on 2 RC2 controllers.
no, you don't.
if you have Laura anywhere near you, tell her I hope she's having a wonderful day. Or had a wonderful day.
I don't know what Laura's up to.
Good.
At the time.
Keep it that way.
Yeah. Let's say at this moment in time, I don't really bloody care. I am.
And I don't know if my son's moving back in with me or he's moving in with his girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
I don't. His mama said if it wouldn't be for the boyfriend over there, he can move in over there. I'm hoping the boyfriend moves first.
Yeah.
But he sent because they raising his rent from 600 to 1,400 because he's not employed with a police department right now.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah. And he told me he's not going to have it. So they asked him just to give him, because of the change in status, they won't charge him any breakage of the lease, but he's got to have a notice to vacate. Why? So he's got by the first of the month, he's going to be leaving out the apartment. And his girlfriend told him to move in with her.
Yeah.
Mm.
But he said, well, she said that before she told him, unless I knew we were engaged or something like that, I wouldn't want you to move in with me. But now she's saying, why don't you move in with me? And I said, why don't you understand that she don't know how to tell you that she's back with you? because of the fact that the way she acted before. And I said, I know you went through all of that crap. I said, but she's speaking out some kind of way to you by asking you to move in. I said, I think that's a good idea. I said, then you see where you're at. You can always move from there to here.
Mhm.
But it might be, she might be testing him on that. Will you move in with me, you know? And she said, because you're always here. So you might as well just live here. So I'm thinking that's where you need to go.
Yeah, but she got a spare room.
She's actually got a spare room. It's a 3-bedroom.
Well, she might mean move into the spare room.
Well, it don't matter if you've got a spare room or not, you know?
Mm.
You never, hey, I've heard of being in a spare room and the girl walk into the spare room to come visit. You know,
Mm.
what's the difference? She might want her room, her privacy, but then she want to come spare the room, come in her spare room every once in a while.
Mm.
So I don't know. And I mean, they went to a family function the other day, and the ironic part about the family function, she saw
Hey,
the other
Corey.
side of the family. Hey, Corey, she saw the other side of the family, right? And one of the older 80-year-old women walked up and she says, when y'all getting married? She goes, well, we're not engaged. She goes, well, I tell you what, and this is Justin's like
I
third,
can
fourth
talk.
cousin,
Uh-huh.
said, you need to snatch up this man because he's a fine man and you're about to lose him. You don't want to lose him because some other girl can come snatch him up. You better grab him. So she said she told Justin, I can't believe she said that. She says, yeah, and her mama told her that too. You better snatch him up because one of these days he could have enough and leave.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. He's got a chance right now to solidify this thing. I'll be honest, every time I see them together, it's like they're supposed to be together.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to look at the forest, you got to look at the trees and not the forest, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think the way we see it is you can't see the woods for the trees.
Yeah, same thing. That's what I say, but I said it a different way just now.
Yeah.
But you see, and the thing is, he's like Dre said yesterday, it could take a month for him to get hired. He's going to get hired he's going to be hired at Slidell. They might call him Monday and say, we're ready to sign you on. Come on.
Mm.
You know, but I would hate to see him lose a. If they would turn around and tell him at the apartment complex, okay, you're back on, we're not going to change anything, but they're not doing it. They want him out now. So he's going to have to do something. And I hate to see him doing that because he loved to have that apartment. He loved that little apartment, you know. He had a good deal going.
Mm. Well, can't he just say, look, I'm in the process of transferring from one police department to another police department, but I'm still going to be police.
Yeah, he did tell him that. He told him that, but they said you have to actively be it now. That's why I'm hoping before the end of the month they come through and they say you're hired, and then he can turn around and tell them, "Hey, I got my thing. I'm going back on. Can I stay?" You know.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that happens like this week, because like I said, it's Wednesday. Friday he could hear it. So like I told him, you're so nervous. You get out. I've always said to everybody in my family, when it comes down to you think you're not going to do something or something's wrong or you need something or whatever, get out your own way. Give it to the Lord. Say, the Lord, you know my situation. I need the help here. Because I was down back in 2017, 16, before they put me on the Social Security disability. I was down to less than $100 in my account. I had $100. I didn't know what to do.
I get
They
down.
told me, they said 6 months before they were even going to do anything with Social Security. And $100. I had no idea. I couldn't go back to work because my doctor wouldn't let me. And I had no disability insurance coming in. I had sued the company, so I couldn't get unemployment. $100. I sat over there and I said, Lord, you know what I need? I need some help.
Mm.
got a letter 2 days later and a check 3 days later for $52,000. So it was like, I've seen too much of that happening. I got out of my way.
Mm. I've got real bad pain right at the small of my back. And it hurts when I move.
In the middle,
No, it's towards the right hand side. I have this horrible feeling I've got a kidney stone.
yeah, that's what I was about to say when you said that. Speaking of a kidney stone, hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing? I was in a hurry to go down and get that chip because David popped in,
What did you
Yeah.
forget?
and I didn't take my cell phone with me. I didn't take my wallet with me.
So long as you remembered the remote control and the SD card,
Yep.
don't
Yeah,
matter.
I won't worry about that, Paul. They've been terrible. They have.
Oh, they've been bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arguing, swearing at each other, causing mayhem. God,
No kidding.
out of
I
control.
tried to boot Dominic off, but I wasn't a host.
And that's just the birds.
That was the first 5 minutes.
That was when I was on my own. But don't worry, Joe came on and saved me from myself.
Oh man.
Right, wish me luck.
Wish you luck. What?
I've just snipped some LED lights and I really hope I haven't just made a boo-boo.
You nicked something. Where you stole them from?
No, nipped,
Yeah.
as in cut.
Oh,
You should be all right.
I need to ask you about that. I really do.
You should be all
About
right.
LED lights, since you're probably an expert at it.
The circuit will still be closed because it closes itself through each individual LED. So if you just cut the train, it will still close across the last LED.
So if you got a 100-foot LED and you only need maybe, say, 12 inches of it.
Yeah.
And you take the 12 inches of it and cut that in half to 6 inches and 6 inches and put it in the light box, how do you get both of them to turn on?
You don't.
If it's one of those LED strips, then you've no problems. If it's just direct wired, that's different.
I'm talking about the strip, like an LED strip.
Yeah.
You need to show us what sort of strip you've got.
Well,
You
I don't
should
have
be-
any. Johnny says that's what they're doing with the what you call it, the light boxes. They're using LED strips and it's got a remote.
Yes, but all they're doing is wrapping the LEDs around the edge of the box.
Right.
Literally, you don't put it on the backboard. Yeah, you put them on the side.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just wrap around the inside of the box until you run out.
The whole thing,
Yeah, until you run out. You can
100 feet. Dude, in other words,
Well-
don't get 100 feet.
now,
Bit bright.
like I said, till you run out. So either run out of space
You'll only get
Yeah.
2 feet.
or run out of LEDs, whichever comes first. When you
Okay,
run out
so-
of LEDs, on the LED strip, they'll have little dotted lines. That's your cut line.
Okay.
Can't cut it anywhere else apart from that cut line. Yeah. Normally, you'll see 4 little extras for soldering. Yeah. So if you technically wanted, yeah, you could do a line across the bottom. Yeah. Take it, solder 2 little wires to go up the side and then across the top and then down. And then when you get down to the bottom, stop just before you get to the corner and resolder wire to put some across the backboard if you wanted to. But
too much
when you
work.
put them across the backboard, you will see each individual LED in its position because it will brighten up. That's
Okay.
why you put them across round the sides.
Yeah, around the sides and the back, you get full illumination.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and see one of his and see how he's got it set up, because I'm thinking about making some of these things. I used to sell down at the trailhead down here. They have a Saturday like flea market. I used to sell my pictures down there. And I'm gonna go down there this week and look and see what they've got. Because if nobody's doing any light boxes like this, I may
Listen.
make up about 10 different type of light boxes and different things and go out there and try to sell them, see what I get for them. Because Johnny's saying the ones that they were dealing with, Matt's thinking they could, at the little deal they're gonna go to in a few weeks, they're thinking they could get like 25 a piece for them.
Depends on what they are.
Yeah, depending on what you have on them, what they look like, what the saying on them,
Yeah, but if you offer them light boxes to the parents to have their favourite picture of their kid playing,
And that's easy to make.
yeah,
Yeah, with a lithophane. Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, you don't even have to do that. You print a thick piece of plastic around the edge, yeah, and then you get a piece of laminate plastic, put that with the photograph, and you put a little rim around it so it slots in like an envelope type thing, so it slots down and it sits in, but you have the photograph. It then gives them the option at a later date to take that
To change
photo
photograph.
out and swap the photograph around.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
I'm
problem
gonna
with
look into some of
lithophane
this
is
stuff.
that fad has died.
Because Saturdays I'm usually sitting around not doing anything. So if I go there for 3 hours and make a couple $100 a day, or $100 a day,
But
better than sitting here.
just remember, the lithophane fad is dying because people realise there's not much going for them. Yeah, there's no light behind them. They look awful.
Right.
mm,
Yeah, I've made a couple of them. I made one for my son and his wife for the wedding.
Colour
With the wedding
lithophanes is where
photos,
it's
and I
at
made
now.
one for Emma and Justin that she still has.
That's where your money is. The colour lithophanes. The only problem is they're bloody expensive to make.
Yeah.
You'll be selling them $40-50.
I got $33 worth of credit at DJI right now. Trying to see what I could buy.
I think I've got about £6.
I was thinking because of that Power 1000 up here, getting that dongle for the Mavic 3 series that will it's a power, like a charge off of that with the special cable that charges like real fast.
Mm.
Coming
That's
soon to my YouTube channel.
$22 by itself.
A video of 7 cockatiels getting beaten up by a mannequin.
Yeah. Would that be close to home?
Leave it alone. I wish I'd never started now.
Why did you get a mannequin? Just so you could put the dress on and put the lights on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the plan.
I think you should have got that anatomically incorrect one
Yeah.
you were talking about.
Hell no.
It'd have been more true to life.
No, you know I had a flat inspection yesterday from the council. Yeah. Another
been
one
fun.
came today,
All right.
right? And I'm like, didn't you guys come yesterday? He says, yeah, that was my colleague. Now I want to do it. He completely contradicted his colleague. Yeah. He's going to tell the council, you ready for this? I live on the ground floor flat. He wants all the walls taken out and re-bricking up, re-insulated and re-plastering. what happens to the flats up above us? Because I'm assuming if you take the fucking walls out, they're not going to sit up there for long.
Yeah. Good point.
Well, why would anybody sit there for very long if you didn't have any walls?
It depends. If it's one complete concrete slab being held up by the outside walls, it should be all right. As long as they use acros just to stop it sagging when they take one wall down before they build the other.
I can see the problem. But the funny thing was, he then said, right, as he was leaving, I went, I don't even know why they were planning on doing all this. I went, they're going to condemn him very soon anyway. And he went, yeah, it'd be about 3 years' time. Wait up, you're going to go back to the council and tell them to
Rebuild
spend about £60,000 on a flat that's probably worth about 50,000, right? Because of the state it's in. Yeah. And you're going to tell them then in 3 years' time to knock it down. I can see that happening.
Hmm.
I wish them well.
Interesting thought.
Can I apply for a change of address now because it'll be next door soon?
Yeah. No, when I rung the council to ask why they sent a second guy out, I said to the woman, I went, do I have to pay more council tax when upstairs comes and lives with me? She didn't see the funny side of it. Miserable cow.
Oh, I had what's it? I had one of those things, fill in a form. It's not even the council that's doing it. The council have employed a third-party firm in Burnley to check on the single person's allowance on people. They did it for last year. Why the fucking hell do they need to do it again now?
But they can.
And you know the two people they asked me about?
Yeah.
Kate
Right.
and Mum.
Kate and your mum.
Yeah. I said, well, my mum
Kate's
died.
got her own place. Two,
Yeah.
your mum's got a permanent residency.
Yeah, heaven.
I was going to say more the cemetery, but you know.
I said, well, she didn't live here before she died either.
Yeah. But anyway, back to my little story. When the guy came in, he goes, oh, I couldn't use your lavatory, could I? I was like, yeah, sure, it's in there.
Yeah, if you
I
want to.
completely forgot the mannequin was stood right next to the toilet, and I put, you know, my Grinch mask that I used with tricking Laura. I put that on it. You should have seen his face. A Grinch head with a mannequin with big boobs.
Lord help me.
I don't think he'll
Well,
be coming
like I
back
said, if it was
anytime.
that a time, if that was that incorrect one, you'd had more than big boobs.
We'll put it this way: I don't think he'll be coming back anytime soon.
Good.
Yeah. He might have been referred somewhere else.
I
Lord,
think I
give
might
this
be getting
man some
referred
help.
somewhere else.
You should have said to him, yeah, you can use it so long as you fix it first.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Why did
I'm
I?
yawning.
Fuck, that hurts.
You gave me this crazy, stupid idea.
So they had a guy in, let's see, where was it at? Rapides Parish up in Alexandria, Louisiana. They got arrested because over the last couple of weeks, he's been hitting crawfish ponds out there that are regular crawfish ponds
Hey,
and
Randy.
stealing crawfish
Hmm.
out of the farm ponds. They said that that when they got him, they said he had over 500 pounds of crawfish over several weeks that they figured because of the surveillance.
Why is it not? Is it illegal to catch crawfish, or were they
Out of a farm pond, yeah, it's somebody's property.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be like doing taking fish out of somebody's fish pond.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like go and take their cows out their pasture. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that he was going at nighttime and stealing these crawfish, and he was bagging them and selling them.
Mm.
So they were able to figure out how many sacks he had over the 2-week period, and said it was over 500 or nearly 500 pounds of crawfish.
How much is the value of 500 pounds of crawfish?
All I know is 500 pounds of crawfish. The sale value on that,
Yeah.
I'd have to see what Johnny says the price is right now, but it could be a sack could be $80,
Wow.
and that's only like 40 pounds. So divide that out.
40.
It's enough that it's probably plus the fact he's going to get trespassed and everything else. It's a few felonies involved.
It's almost $1,000.
Yeah, it's enough to be felonies.
Yeah.
They caught him, right?
Hey, Matt
Oh,
Props.
yeah, he's
Hey,
caught.
Randy.
Randy, what's up?
Dominic, I'm blaming you for this.
God, I heard.
You could have told me to back out
Of what?
of this charity event. I'm regretting it. Seriously, fucking regretting it.
Hey, Dominic, I'm going over to Total Wine tomorrow to see if they got this. I want that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Jack Daniels 250th anniversary Marine Corps. I want that. I want to see the price. I want to get 2 of them, and then when my son does come back, have one for him. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool.
It's going chilly again.
Yeah, if anybody gets COVID round about mid-October,
Yeah.
yeah, please come and visit me.
October, that should have been about the right time for the booster and the flu jab.
October will be the right time for me to go stand outside a doctor's surgery going, breathe on me.
I fancy doing it in October instead of something like August.
One,
The lights aren't on. I know.
yeah, the lights don't come on until I think it's the 7th of September.
Mm.
Yeah. Although I did get asked if I wanted to attend the Blackpool Illumination switch on, I was like, hell the fuck no.
Not just like that. No.
No. Why not? End of October, Blackpool Seafront, middle of the night, maybe about a couple of hundred people.
Perhaps
Blackpool Illumination switch on. In front
thousands.
stage. 5,000 people.
You could have a few
Most of them I
collections.
know.
Well, you could walk around with a collection tub or a bucket or whatever.
Oh, no. I am not doing that. I've already been asked by the council if I would like a license, and I said, no, thank you. And there is a reason.
Yeah, they charge you for it.
Now, the moment you start collecting like that and handling money where it's not, there's no accountability,
That's
you're going to
class.
start getting people going, you're stealing. That's
Yeah.
fraud. And it's like, yeah, I just want to punch some fuckers lighting. I just can't be arsed with it.
Like that episode of Bottom where the woman comes to the door collecting and he pinches the what's it off her and pushes her down the stairs and goes in the kitchen and puts it along with another 20 or so collection things in the cupboard under the sink.
No, I don't. I just don't want to get involved in that sort of malarkey. You always get the idiots.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it where everything's accountable.
What day is it? And it's a Saturday.
Wednesday.
Well,
Wait,
that's-
I ain't doing it on a Saturday.
no, it'd be packed.
But it won't just be packed. All the drunks will be out.
Yeah.
Jesus. I think Donald's been to Blackpool. Right, what am I doing here? No. Don't cut there. Shit. Oh, I've lost one. I'm upside. Shit. How the fuck have I got? Oh. Wires, hate you. Right. I'm not even sure how many I've fucking cut them up.
Well, the good news is that Precious has started eating again now, which is good.
Oh, great.
That's a good thing.
But she has got to put a bit of weight back on. The collar's dead loose now.
Mm.
How many event wires that don't get tangled up? Oh shit.
Yeah. Hello.
I think somebody might be getting asked to text Laura in a minute and tell her to come and help me. I'm getting tied up here.
Yeah, I'm sure Laura will help you to tie yourself up.
1, 2.
So did you talk directly to DJI or just send him a letter? Send him a note.
Send them a letter. They haven't, I gave them a phone number now.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I've sent him a letter and I've said, you're dealing with Joe here. You have to deal with him the proper way, the Laura way. Just say, shut up, Joe.
I told them, I said, I'll send you Lance to let you know. Lance will tell you, you ought to know who I am.
Mhm.
Lance is big in the green screen industry. He helped with the moon landings.
Oh, come on. Now you see this thing is I can't find this bottle anywhere. And the site that I try to go to, it's blocking me.
Yes.
I'll find it. Eventually. Yeah, Paul, it took me from the time we got off this morning till about 1 o'clock before I had finalized it the way I wanted it.
Oh,
I kept reading it over and saying, no, let's change this here.
editing.
I kept changing the wording, changing words and putting better words in.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if you sent an email, right?
Oh yeah.
It'd be interesting to see in the next day or two what their response is going to be.
Well, the biggest thing I said, like I said, I appreciate the fact that you offered me that it said out of, because it said out of their courtesy and like this, they were doing it, right? I said, however, basically, I said, if you would have, basically, I said, if you would have, offered me a Mavic 3 Pro as an upgrade, that would have been a start, you know? So I put that in there too. So I let them know that I'm not being pushy, just I'm trying to be realistic. Because no matter what they said, that sucker hit me because it didn't do the obstacle avoidance.
Right.
I don't care if I'm going full speed or not, you know? But I know I'm gonna get a new drone. I know that much. Just wanted to sweeten it a little bit.
We got King Sugar.
Well, the thing of it is did you put in there, quite frankly, I appreciate you want to send me a new drone. However, my confidence in that model drone, although I love DJI,
Hey, Ed.
my confidence in that drone, you're going to replace it, and I'm going to be scared to death to do it again.
How you doing?
Now, I didn't say it in those words, but I said it basically.
You could have said it in a proper American way. You can kiss my big hairy yellow tootie. I want.
Let's see what I said right
Randy's
here.
asking, what's the situation?
The situation is they're telling me that it was all pilot error, and they are how they put it. They're saying, we're offering you a free replacement as a goodwill, as our goodwill and courtesy. That's what they're offering me, just a free replacement.
Basically, they've asked AI to expand on Laura's Shut Up Joe.
Yeah. I'm trying to see this one part I put in there I thought was pretty good. It was pretty good. Wasn't pretty funny, but it was pretty good. See.
Well, it's getting pretty hard to have a joke in Specsavers today.
Yeah, because the biggest thing they messed up in saying that when I did that roll on the drone, which was meaning that I was moving it to the side, and I was moving it to the side to land on the landing pad. They said I didn't let it break in time before I moved the stick. And they said it was going at 0.5 miles per hour. And like I said, how long does it take to stop the drone at 0.5 miles an hour? Which it's not like 10 miles an hour coming at you. It's gonna keep going. At 5.5 miles an hour, it's not gonna do anything. I got a specialist coming in there.
Mudball's
Yep.
coming in. He's going to Mudball straighten it out.
Yeah.
What am I
here's
supposed to be
Ed.
straightening out?
No, I thought you were coming in to tell me about my drone.
Hey, there he is, Edward.
what's
Evening,
up,
Ed.
guys?
You rolled to the side and you also pushed forward.
Yeah, I told him that because I was bringing it to the side and bringing it onto the landing pad
Mm-hmm.
at 0.5 miles per hour.
Well,
So why did it shoot to 2.2 miles an hour and
When it hit him.
and hit me? And this is what they said. This is the thing, it really blew me. It said, they said, please refer to the Mavic, the Mini 4 Pro manual about obstacle avoidance. And then it said, it will not detect twigs or limbs and stuff like this. I'm 250 pounds. I'm not a twig.
Joe, you're an idiot. Your
And,
arm is a limb.
and it wasn't a Mini 4 Pro.
The arm wasn't up there until
Your
it was
arm got
already
hit. It doesn't detect limbs or twigs, and that is a limb.
No, that's not the limb they were talking about.
I know how
And
the
that's-
English language works.
It said a thin branch or light pole. That's what they said. I'm neither.
How's it going, everybody?
It's
All right.
going a little bit at a time.
That's good. That's good.
Come and ask me again tomorrow.
That's
You should've-
good.
You should have told
I can't
them
believe
so.
Wednesday is over already.
Oh, it's not
Mm.
over yet, Don.
Well-
It's not over yet.
My
Not
work
even-
day, I
Gone
got
over
30
to the
minutes
fat
left
lady
before I
sings.
can clock out, and so it's over.
Son, look, this is why
What
I
was
gotta
that,
wait.
Dominic?
Ring the bell.
What was that, Dominic? It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Yeah.
Let me just put this dress on then. La, 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 la.
You got about a minute and a half.
Ring the bell.
Look, Dominic.
Hey, Don, have David tell you about the guy came over to do maintenance on the house and inspect the
Oh.
house.
I heard, I listened,
Oh, okay.
and they walked in and saw the mannequin or the
Yeah, in the bathroom. Yeah.
You had a mannequin in the bathroom, I think.
Hey,
Yeah,
No.
different
What mannequin?
strokes.
yeah,
Yeah.
with a Grinch mask on it. Said on
Oh.
top.
There you go. 1 minute now.
This is my job for the rest of the day before I go home.
Oh, you're still at work.
Yeah.
What's that? A strip foundation.
Gotta wait until it dries.
Sounds great, Randy.
You know, there's better jobs like watching paint dry, don't you?
I know. Tell me about it.
You'll be there a while.
Yeah, Mark. Went into Specsavers today, and they've got this little like podium that you have to go and give them your name before you go to the main reception desk. But I didn't see this because they've hidden it behind where all the glasses are. So I walked straight to the main reception desk, and the guy went to me, "Did you not see the little podium there?" And I went, "No, that's why I'm here." Right? He just looked at me and went, "I'm not serving you now." Walked off. Dick.
Wait a
Not
minute.
joke anymore.
I have a question. Was it a raised area, or was he just talking about the little box that was sitting there in front?
All it is like, you know, the podiums that your president stands at to give his little speech.
Yeah.
That's called a lectern. The lectern sits on top of the podium, which is a small raised stage or
Listen,
area for the
It
lectern.
was a thin stick with a piece of wood on it and a clipboard.
Okay, then that wasn't a podium. He's wrong.
Table.
I don't care what it was, right? The fact is, one, it was hidden, and two, I tried to make a joke that no, I didn't see it, and because I was there to.
Well, you have to care what it was, because I'm telling you, if he said, "Didn't you see the podium?" There was no podium there for you to see. I'm on your side.
Well, I'm going to clip this, and take it back in tomorrow and say, "Oi,
Yeah, take it back
Donald
and say,
said-
"Listen, listen, this yank knows more about the English language than you. So give me a seat and serve me."
It's all right. I got seen by someone else, and I got a good deal."
Hey, what do I need? I need to.
2 pairs of glasses, 50 quid.
Wow.
You should have said, screw the glasses, pretend I've got cataracts and give me new lenses.
Somebody's at the
Okay.
door.
Green onion, cream cheese, sour cream. Do I have some green onion? Or do I need to go out and cut some?
He post took the host. I was going to put
Yep, he
Justin
came
back
back.
in the. I was going to put Justin straight back in the waiting room.
iPhone 3.
iPhone 3, Jesus.
Yeah, that's Ed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was there even an iPhone 3? I thought iPhone 5 was like the first. Or
No,
no,
I
I think
iPhone
this
was
is,
a-
4.
well, I had an iPhone 4.
I had an iPhone 3.
Okay, I don't
Was the
remember
one that-
3. I remember a 4 and higher.
The 3 had the rounded back rather
Yeah,
than.
they had the iPhone. Don't think it was an iPhone 2, but I think it was an iPhone 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm looking here. If you shoved it in here,
If I
My first
remember
iPhone.
rightly,
My
the
first
first-
iPhone was a 3.
yeah, the first 3 iPhones were all like signed contracts to certain mobile networks. So over here it was with
Yeah.
all 2. And they got done by the Competition Market Authority.
I don't know why
Uh,
my thing says iPhone 3. It's supposed to be iPhone 14. I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
Maybe you think you've got a 14, but you got ripped.
I got ripped off. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, it says
Did
iPhone.
you buy
and
it
then
from an
free.
American with a blue T-shirt on, standing on a bridge?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bro, I'm in the middle of nowhere, man.
Oh, really?
And snip that bitch.
What is it? What's it for, that thing? Was it a strip foundation or was it for curbs?
No, it's a curb. 6-inch
Ah.
curb.
Don't they have machines that just lay the curbs down like that?
Come on, bro.
We do it properly round.
We do it properly, bro. We do it like this. Look.
You lay a foundation and then set the curbs onto them.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere, guys.
Oh,
Well-
you're doing like a private property. Okay.
Are they
Is the city paying for that, or is it a private person?
On private.
they're the 5-inch by 10-inch curbs, or
Well, because the machine I remember seeing when I was living in Vegas, it would kind of come out like a toothpaste tube, and it would lay it down.
Yeah.
on ours are individual ones that are about 3 foot long each, and they can there's chamfered at the top
Hmm.
on one side.
I'll
I
tell
don't
you
have
what's
a clue,
funny near
Randy.
us. We've got a block of flats like these that have actually been condemned, and they're going to be knocked down very soon. Well, today the electricity board came to turn off the power to them, getting ready for the demolition. When he went in, all we heard was him shout, "Where's the fucking wires?" Literally, the whole block has been stripped of everything. Every wire, every pipe, every light fitting, every plug socket, gone.
They got a problem with that where I lived at in Southern California. Dude, if you left a house that was under construction and you didn't have some kind of security, dude, they'd come in and strip all the copper wire and everything out of that damn house. Or if it was sitting vacant.
Yeah.
Out where I lived, my
Precious.
cousin actually used to get paid to stay at houses, random houses, just to make sure nobody came in there.
Mad Props wants to know why do they call it an iPhone? Does anyone know?
Because it has an
Uh-huh.
eye, the phone.
Because it was a sequel to the iPod.
Yeah,
Okay, why is there the eye in the iPod then?
Yeah, and the iPad and the everything else, iOS.
Yeah, I used to laugh when I'd see people come in and buy an iPhone and an iPod. I'm like, you realize everything that iPod can do, that iPhone can do.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're fucking wasting money.
Can you phone up the iPod though?
Do what?
You
Can
can't
you
use the
use it as a
iPad as a
phone?
phone.
You can
iPad.
use the iPad as a phone, but you can't use the iPod.
No, but the iPod was mainly for music and
Yeah, it was an MP3.
well, it did MP4s too, but still, like you could put all that shit on your phone. So why would you buy a separate device?
Because back then, your phone only had like 16 gig of storage space, right? You took one photo and that was it. You was like, your phone would go.
Yeah.
You need to take some storage.
Well, back then they also had expandable storage, which they got rid of.
Did iPhone ever have expandable?
No.
Don't
No,
think it
but
ever did.
they did have 16 and 32 gig phones back in when
Yeah,
they first started.
iPhone was 32, I think.
Because I even think they had 64 and 128 gig iPods.
Mm-hmm.
I think my iPhone moments are 256, but they've gone bigger than that now.
I actually have an iPod
They
Classic.
got 1
somewhere around
terabyte.
here.
Yeah,
It's
I've got
chunky as hell.
Yes, I believe Samsung are bringing out a 4 TB phone this year.
Yes.
A what?
The race to the bottom.
4 TB.
4 TV.
4
What the fuck is
terabytes.
that?
4
TB.
terabytes.
Oh, 4 TB. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying TV. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Right, I thought the same thing over here.
Oh, that don't surprise me, dude.
I tell you what, the way phones and tablets are growing, you're going to be carrying around a fucking 72-inch TV soon.
But in all reality, though, dude, apps take up such little space. It's like,
Well,
do
they
you
used
really
to.
need 4 TB? That's an
Yep.
insane amount of memory
Yes, and there is a reason.
or space.
You look at one. You look at one of the top quality photos you take now. Yeah, they're taking up what? It's something like 500 MB per photo.
Yeah.
Well, I know the S20,
Especially wide angle.
the S24 and S25, I think ultras, they take 8 and 12K pictures.
Yeah.
I know they're capable of 6 and 8K. Sorry.
Yeah, you go right up to 100 megapixel.
Even then, though, like, that's still a lot of fucking memory.
Hey, Ed,
It's a lot of space.
when did they lay that concrete?
What's that?
When did they lay that concrete?
5 minutes ago.
And they expect you to stay there till it dries.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. I gotta use this to scrub it. Yep.
And that could take 24 hours.
No.
No, it'll surface hard. What, in about 2 or 3 hours?
Something
Less
like
than
that.
that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't reach its maximum strength for 28 days.
Hmm.
You know, they say the Hoover Dam is actually still drying inside.
Hearing.
That concrete or curing because that concrete is so fucking thick. They
Wow.
said it would take what, like 100 years or something for it to
Mhm.
fully harden.
God.
Wow.
They said the heat coming off of that fucking concrete.
Damn, that was
Still
some
feel it.
good information, Justin.
Because when we tested concrete test cubes, it was always a 28-day strength that they tested.
Well, my wife asked me to fix
I think
something,
that's a good
and
job,
I'm
Dustin.
missing. She said she had everything for this thing that she wanted me to cook. But I do not see mushrooms.
Terra
It's right,
is
Don, it's right there.
1,000 billion. No.
1,000 gigabytes.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think in terms of it's 1,000 billion. I know it's 1,000 terabytes, but you've got gigabyte. I think giga is the 1,000 and 10,000. Then on top of that,
I
it's
think
just
terrible,
the
isn't it?
Greek terminology.
1.21 gigabytes. 1.21 gigabytes.
Yeah,
K was 1,000 byte. A megabyte
Yeah.
was 1,000,000 byte.
yeah,
A gigabyte is 1,000 million.
which
And
is
a
a billion.
Is a million, I think.
Oh,
A
wow.
billion.
A billion.
Well, a million, which is one of our billions, but it's more over there, isn't it?
And then
1,000.
you've got a trillion, quadrillion,
Yeah.
quintillion, and we can keep going.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of
Hey,
Billion,
Google, volume 100%.
octillion.
how many
Right.
amoeba does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
1. Wait, 2.
Guys, can
4,
you hear my Google
8,
if I
There's
get it to
16.
speak?
32.
I could see where this was going.
Yeah, you got kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes,
Yes, I was just going to say.
petabytes,
It's,
exabytes, zettabytes, and yottabytes.
yeah, and there's another one just been added.
Wolf bites.
But yeah, the next one after
Dog bites.
terabytes is flipperbytes or something.
Snake bites.
Dog bite.
Red bites.
Mosquito bites. Yeah.
Well, that's in Louisiana.
I
Petabytes
wonder
is-
how many terabytes your brain actually stores.
Petabytes is what you're going to start
Justin's
seeing.
is probably about
Yeah,
one.
petabyte is the next
yeah,
one.
The rest of
petabytes
it.
comes next.
Yeah, that's what you're going to start seeing on computer storage and shit. It's going to be
Yeah,
1,000.
we don't want to.
terabytes.
We don't want to pronounce it petabytes.
No,
Hey, so
does
did you
sound a little
guys?
bit.
Peta, whatever.
Petabytes.
Hey, Joe,
What?
did you order the, did you get your,
Uh-oh.
Nah,
No,
We're in the negotiation stage.
Right, Jim?
You had to set him off, didn't you?
Yeah, negotiation stage.
oh, okay.
Basically, they asked Laura what to tell Joe, and Laura said, just time to shut up. And they wrote an email that said, shut up, Joe, and then they used ChatGDP to expand it.
Dave, be nice to Joe.
I'm always nice to Joe because when Laura's giving him shit, she's not giving me shit.
yep.
Wait till you see like a 100 terabyte micro SD card.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll come eventually. I think they're up to what?
I wouldn't be surprised if
1.5
you
or
can't
2?
get them on Amazon already.
I was
Well-
saying two.
What would be the purpose?
Yeah, it's
No.
1.5 or 2.
Why not?
It's the biggest right now.
Why not
Uh,
is the
Why not? Is because you're throwing that much more storage on something that can corrupt. I would rather use many more smaller cards.
Although
Yeah.
I'm sure they would still come out with it and there'd still be people to buy it though.
But I think Donald's correct. That's where they need to start heading, where your device has more little bits of storage than one big storage.
yeah, it needs more
Well,
rather
you
than
could do a micro SD with partitions.
yeah.
There you go.
yeah, but
Yeah.
once that micro SD dies, all them partitions.
Yes, all the partitions die.
Although, I mean, I agree with Donald because those things do fail quite often. I mean, it's not
Yep.
that uncommon. Now, if they get better in the years coming, if
I
they
would
can
still.
figure out what the major failure is on those things and actually improve on it.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think it would be better if they just put more slots in so you could put more drives in.
Yeah, because SD cards are supposed to be just for temporary storage.
And TBF.
Hey, Justin,
You'll see lots
last night,
unexpected.
around about 1 o'clock, I got an email from Amazon, yeah, offering me a 3 months trial of Amazon Prime and a £20 gift voucher.
Oh, that's big, Dave.
I thought, cool, I'll use that and get some filament. Went on, ordered 2 rolls of filament, woke up this morning about 9 o'clock, up to half 8, 9, and Amazon were at the door with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that quick delivery is really good stuff.
Hey, David,
got-
look, British
I thought I
Gas.
was hearing things.
I phoned
What
up.
was that?
I phoned up British Gas again. Started off at some call centre in India, and after being heard about 4 times, ended up Southwest.
I got Amazon Prime for, what is it, $3.58 a month?
Yeah, you're paying for
$8
student, aren't you?
here.
No, it's because my kids are on Medicaid. I just had to upload one of their Medicaid cards to Amazon for proof.
That's what I just said. You're using the kids for those student pass.
Well, it's not student, it's Medicaid is considered assistance. Like, it's under the same category as like food stamps and
Listen,
stuff.
So being on benefits.
Yeah,
No,
it's free government insurance. Well, not free. I don't want to say it's free
Justin,
'cause
I'm not
you
buying
pay
it.
for it.
I am not buying it, Justin. I know that you
I
rolled
did
up.
not. No, I did
No,
not do
you
like
called
frickin'
up.
Blazing
No,
Saddles.
you called up and they said, would you like Amazon Prime? And you got out a student card and did a Headley Lamar. You went, student?
Yep.
It was like, please. That's one of the best fucking scenes of that movie. The student? Just such a short, simple scene, but it was funny.
I know you did that.
I still go to school.
No, if your kids are on Medicaid, you can get it. They just asked for proof. They asked me to upload a picture of one of their cards, so I just did, and then within 5 minutes they approved it.
Just show me your bus pass.
Yeah, I can see Justin on the bus. Right, which one of you kids is on Medicaid?
Yeah,
What's the cheap on Amazon Prime?
It only costs me $3 something a month now for Prime. And that's a regular Prime account too. It's not like it's limited or anything. They get subsidized through the government. That's why they're getting some kind of kickback for that, like a write-off or something.
Not even sure how much Prime is here now.
It's like
Is it?
14. I think it's like 12 or 14 a month here, something like that.
Yeah, £8.99 here, but it's going to go up to a tenner, I think, unless you want adverts.
I don't use Prime.
I wasn't using it for the longest time, but then I started fucking buying a bunch of shit again this last couple months, so then I signed back up for it.
Yeah, I don't buy very much from Amazon either, really, but
And every issue I've had with Amazon, the 2 issues I've had with them the last couple of months worked out for me. So, like I said, Aubrey got her fucking her birthday present for free. Fucking $200 phone, iPhone 11, or was it iPhone 11?
you don't tell. Otherwise,
Just-
she'll birthday present.
Oh, no, I didn't tell her that. But that's what they ended up doing.
Yeah.
That seller was being a dick. Kept asking him for help, and he kept saying it's Amazon's problem. Then he started cussing at me in the chat, and this is on Amazon's chat. Oh, Amazon was like, "Oh hell no, dude!" They had me approved for a refund within like 10 minutes after they read that chat. They were pissed. They were gonna get. They were filing a in-house like grievance against the seller over it. And it was all because they used an old tracking number, and it was saying my phone was in Virginia when technically it was at the post office here. It was just a fuck up. And the post office is the one that ended up finding it and bringing it to me. But I waited the 3 days, like they said, or the 2 days they said that the seller had to contact me. And then he finally contacted me the last of the second day, and right at the end of the second day, and that's when we got into it on the chat.
Sorry about the noise, guys, if you can hear the trucks go by.
No.
Are you there by yourself, Ed, or is there other workers there?
Yeah, Ed, Paul, just think about what you just said. I'm sorry about the noise of us trucks going by. And
David,
asked if it was on his own.
He showed the area. It's a parking lot.
Yeah, I'm by myself. Yeah.
But he's not by himself because there's trucks going by.
Yeah, there's other people driving down the road. Yeah.
On the road.
Well, he's not driving them trucks, is he?
What are you doing exactly? You just sitting there watching the concrete or what? Making sure nobody drives on it?
I gotta wait until it dries a bit so I can scrub it.
Oh, okay.
I am sorry, but if it was me, right, I'd be running straight across that shit going, I gotta do this.
So what do you like smooth it out so it's all nice and smooth looking or what?
Yeah, like that.
How come you guys don't do that with the trowel things, or what are they called? The things when it's wet.
What? You can't pull the boards and
yeah,
when
you
it's
can't.
Oh, okay. I was just asking. I don't know concrete that much. I just watch people do it.
And then you use this one, the wooden one. You scratch it, make it nice, and then you use this one to smooth it out, like you put butter on the.
I mean, I've helped
But
do a
they've got
couple
enough.
concrete slabs over the years, but fucking, I'm not a regular at it.
And then when you pass those two, you gotta go behind and pass the broom. Make it look nice.
Okay.
And then when you're done passing the broom, you go with this.
All right. No, I was just asking because I didn't know. Like, I don't
I
do
know.
concrete, so.
Yeah, no, we form it up and then pour the concrete in there and then wait it till it dries a bit and then we gotta scrub it.
I'm assuming you're doing big ass curbs like that because of the big trucks driving around in there.
No, it's only 6-inch curb.
Oh, it looked bigger than that on the
It's
camera.
just dividing the parking lot from one neighbor to another neighbor.
Oh, okay. I ordered my phone, so it should be here Friday.
Another phone?
Yeah,
Oh, I've
they
had
don't-
my 22 for almost 2 years now.
They don't do curbs like that here. They'll make the foundation out of concrete and then they use precast curbs on top of the foundation.
Oh, yeah, like in the parking lots.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but see, that isn't really a curb. It's just a dividing cement,
Even-
right?
Even
Oh,
at the
no, this is a curb. No, we call this a curb.
It's a proper curb.
Yeah, Ed was talking about what they put in the parking lots for your car to kind of slightly tap you so you know you're all the way into the parking space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or so you don't run into something.
Like a divider.
Yeah, like you don't run into the car in front of you or something. The concrete ones suck anyway. They're actually replacing the ones over at the bus yard with those new rubberized ones. Because the concrete ones just break up, man. The buses hit them and it just fucking cracks them.
Yeah, the at Basildon bus station, they relayed all the concrete and they got it all smooth. And then on the first day they opened the bus station, absolutely pissed it down. And then they realized a monumental mistake. They put the fucking concrete on a slant going into the bus station. So everybody were getting wet feet.
Hmm.
And the drains were at the top of the concrete.
Well, that's because
Wrong.
that's because the bus station is not adopted, and you cannot have unadopted water draining onto an adopted surface.
Basildon bus station is adopted. It's owned by Essex Council.
Yeah, it's still not adopted.
Well, I think it is.
How in the
So,
hell do you
what-
adopt a bus station?
Luckily, it doesn't rain very often in England, so they don't have to
We'll
worry about
adopt
it.
anything over here.
Wait, hold on, Joe, because we have Adopt a Highway here.
Yeah,
How do you guys do that?
You
it's-
adopt they adopt the highway to make it maintainable at council expense.
No, here it's so like here, Adopt a Highway is like Boy
People-
Scout
people-
troop
people,
will
yeah, yeah.
adopt like 2 miles of highway, and then what
clean
they'll
it up.
do is they'll go around and they'll clean it and like pick up
papers
trash and all
alongside
that.
there, yeah.
Well, the difference being here is that an adopted highway is maintained at council expense. An unadopted road is maintained by the frontages on either side of it.
You're talking about like a private road, then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. It's a private road, whoever, I guess,
Whoever
owns
built
it.
it pays for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
Yeah, Adopt a Highway here is just volunteers. Like a lot of groups volunteer to maintain like 2 to 5 miles of road, and you'll see them out there cleaning it up. They'll go up and down each side of the highway and clean up all the trash and everything.
Stop talking to me, you adopted.
Now
A
that's what the council is supposed to do here.
lot of Boy Scout troops and organizations like that do Adopt a Highway.
Hey, David,
Yeah,
did you see the final result on the poker chip?
I did not. Is that a wise idea showing me?
Yes, it is. Hold on, I'll hold it from the side.
It's bound to get you to change something.
Oh, that's beautiful, Joe.
Oh, guess what happened?
Look at the 107 on the top. And then down in the bottom, it says establish or EST 2022.
On
And
the
the
other side?
backside, it says Captain Joe, pilot going around the thing. It's got the goggles in the top. It's got YouTube in the bottom in the red area with the white, and then it's got a Nevada 2 drone cut into it.
Yeah,
On the
but
other side, it's got a Mavic 3 trash drone cut into it.
that eagle's beak is the wrong shape.
And
It's
now the
good.
Mavic 3
I
is a
ain't touching
trash
it
drone.
again.
You forgot to put American,
Ain't worry about that.
but it looks really nice, Joe. Don't listen to them.
Don't be an
I'm
ass
not
kisser.
listening to him.
What
You need me
was
to come over there.
Hey,
Stop.
I gotta show you all something when I get pulled up here.
Eat that food in
Joe?
your dish.
Justin,
Yes, sir.
what did
On
you
this
say?
occasion only, I like it.
Good. The 107 did look better on the top.
La 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 la. Well, thank God Monday's a holiday.
Yep. Now there is one thing I would change on it, but I'm not.
It's not here. It's next Monday, our holiday.
I'd like to put the state of Louisiana outlined in it somewhere, but I don't have a place for it.
The poacher round the edge.
It's all right. People won't know what it is anyway. How many people can recognize a state just by its outline?
I don't know. I look at the outline of my flat and go, what a fucking state that is.
Yeah. See this?
I'll tell you what
You
was
need me
funny
to throw it?
though. When the guy from the council today was with me and I was looking up at the big crack in the wall
Not
of the
giving you
flat
anything
above,
else. You can barely get through
Yeah.
that door.
and the
Okay,
tenant
gotta
of the
wait.
flat was looking out the window going, what are you guys looking at? And I went, just saw you put your bra on.
Barely got through that door with your big self.
And she freaked.
You.
Good job she can take a joke.
Here you go.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Pack it in.
So Ed, how long do you figure you got to sit out there?
The sun is going away. It's a little bit windy, so I don't know, an hour and a half probably.
Oh, another 3 days.
I just leave it and come back and do it tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Come back with the jackhammer.
Yeah, bring a grinding wheel, steel saw.
Wait till he comes back tomorrow and sees the Canada geese feet in it.
No, don't even say that, bro. Now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Fuck, my responsibility for this. Oh man, come on, bro. Oh, and I'm not going to sleep tonight, bro.
You'll be fine.
I seen a couple geese and ducks flying by, but
Right.
Well, I'm on the design side of civil engineering, and my dad was a clerk of works.
So
Hey, Donald, that's quite a camera. Every time you move around, it moves with you.
yeah, it's a new iPad feature.
That's not an iPad.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Captain Joe.
What is that?
Fucking Bartow. I don't want
You
Bartow.
see, all that. Now, if you put, Joe, if you can design a little slot on the back of that to put a couple of tea bags in, you could sell that to hotels worldwide. You're going to have to unmute yourself, though, for us to all hear what you're talking about.
Sorry. But that's the doodle, Bob, that he wanted. I thought he wanted it for his desk. He wanted it for the coffee area that's black and white. So he put it there and he put the spoon on top. I think that's pretty funny.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I gave one to my brother. He said he's going to put it on his desk at work. And he says, and he's got a bunch of people who keep asking about the Trump Rushmore I made. I said, well, tell him I'll sell them to him. You know, I'll make him one.
Or the spoon holder, I've got my teaspoon next to my kettle, is in something that Art would like, because it's a spoon holder from the Philippines.
My spoon holder, it's called a drawer, where I put my spoons in there, forks.
No. This just looks like a big porcelain spoon that you actually put a spoon in.
Oh, shit.
Ah, here we go. Found it finally.
Ba-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba. Hey, David.
Is that what you're talking about? The big spoon that
So check
Yes,
this
Ed?
out.
Hmm?
So this is the bus yard here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the sheriff's station. There's only one entrance in there. Somebody took a stolen car and parked it right back here. I was like, you are ballsy as hell to drive right here past the sheriff's station into there and park a car right there.
Oh, shit. Only in America.
Actually, no, because when I was 15 and got arrested for
Look at all the buses. That's
Yeah.
not even half of them.
just a few.
No,
No.
there's twice as many as that in the yard. Every parking space is full, and they even
Yeah,
have them
but you
parked
look at a
along
bus
there.
depot in the UK and it's probably triple that.
That's just one bus yard. We got 3 of those. That's just the one I go to every day.
Yeah.
But we have a
Yeah, but he's not
sheriff's
talking about
station out there.
maybe he's not talking like a public transit bus yard. He's talking about school.
School bus.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
all
no,
school
we do have
buses.
school buses here as well. But they're all run by the bus companies.
Our schools was just a normal bus service that
Yeah,
filled
something
up
like
with
someone.
filled up with
No.
the kids at school
So-
and then stopped at every stop on the bus route after that.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, when I was 15 and I got arrested, my dad actually got arrested for breaking an entry. And because I was with him, I got took in as well. When I was in the police cell, waiting for my imminent release without charge, this guy got put in, and he was 18 years old. And he asked what I was in for, and I said, "Oh, my dad got arrested for stealing, and I got pulled in with him." And then I went, "What you in here for?" He went, "Oh, I was stealing petrol from cars." I was like, "Oh man, you got caught doing that?" He went, "Yeah, but they didn't have to bring me for." I went, "Why? You stealing petrol from the fucking police cars in the police station."
Yeah,
But
I'm
he wasn't
saying,
actually stealing the petrol for any use. He was just taking it out of the police cars and leaving the canisters at the back of the police station. So when they started the cars up, the cars won't go anywhere. He got busted. Right.
yeah, but all I'm saying is he's ballsy to fucking go by one of our sheriff's stations. That's like, yeah, I wouldn't do
But
that.
if you think about it, that's probably the best place to park it, right underneath the noses.
Maybe, but Dave, remember it was a Florida sheriff that said if you shoot somebody, break into your house, come on down to our free training session so that you'll be a better shot. And thanks for doing your job.
Yep. Yeah, I know. That sheriff was funny as shit. He was the one from Pasco County, I think.
Right.
He was the one that neighbor or whatever shot that guy, and he said, "Yeah, you had a couple stray rounds, but you're not in trouble. Just come down. We're gonna give you a free class, teach you how to shoot better."
Yeah, I love those when they do that and they got the people go down there, tell them they won something, they go in there and they're all excited to win something, and they got 85 people cuffing them.
Yep. Oh yeah, when they do the fake prize winning prizes or whatever,
I love it.
people got warrants. Man, 6 kids just got arrested yesterday by Grady for shooting, and the
Tell us
oldest
about
one,
this.
they were all like 19 and younger, 19 to 15, and they all got double murder charges.
Holy shit.
The best police thing I saw over here was Lancashire Police. They put a wanted appeal out for this guy, and he was the first person to like it and respond to it. And he went, "Well, if you can find me, you can come and get me." 30 seconds later, the police went, "We know exactly where you are. We tracked your IP to the local cafe." What a dick. That was the end of
Yeah,
it.
they've had a couple people over here that had warrants, and local police departments put them out, and they I've seen some videos on different situations like that.
Yeah,
where
but
they
it's
fucking
where they,
responded to
when
it.
they
when
find
they
a
try getting
backpack
clever
and
and taunting the police.
they put in lost and found notification for a backpack full of marijuana, and people show up to pick it up.
Fucking idiots. That's a bad thing, though. That was like the couple, Donald. I shit you not. They broke into a house here in my county.
Oh, I
and then
remember this. And they asked
they
for a
called-
lift.
Yeah, they called the sheriff's department to ask if they could get a ride to the airport. So they go
That
back.
actually made our news.
And he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He's like, "How stupid can you be?" They called the sheriff's department, asked us so they could get to the airport so they get a plane ride back to New York. I was like, "Man, you got to be an idiot." The thing was, is they were already responding to the break-in from the alarm company, and then they called 911 as the officers were showing up. I was like, "You're fucking stupid." Like, I've never known a cop to ever just be like, "Yeah, get in my car. I'll take you wherever the fuck you want to go." No, it's not protect and lift. It's protect and serve. They're not serving your
sorry.
ass.
At the beginning of Rambo, the sheriff said, "Get in my car. I'll take you to the edge of town."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if you were like in a small town and it was a local sheriff or local police department, and it was real small, yeah, they might give you a lift somewhere if you ask. But yeah, you don't generally call up a.
Yeah, they got mistaken and thought it was Uber.
I guess. Unless Uber's got like an 811 number. They hit the 9 by accident.
That'd be great. Yeah, I can give you a ride, but you have to sit back. Once you get back, just go over the loudspeaker. "Get back, citizens. We have a pervert here. He got caught with chickens."
I mean, that would be the perfect thing to do, is literally just act like nothing's wrong. Yeah, go ahead and just get in the back of my car. We'll go ahead and take you.
It's like, what's it in it? Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Why did the pervert cross the road? Because he was stuck
He was
inside.
stuck in the chicken.
Joe, you're the host.
Ew.
I'm going to get a sip.
Okay.
Why does he get host? I were you first.
Go on, Joe. What's the time?
It's the host. He's not even monitoring the thing. Yeah.
Joe was putting a timer on it.
Oh, Justin, you've got that song in my fucking head now, you twat.
What song? Why do I have that in your head? I didn't sing that.
When
You
you
start
when you were going to share earlier, that's what sound came out of your computer at the start, and then you went to share your thing.
Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum,
It's
ba-dum,
news to
ba-dum.
me. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear no sound.
Yeah, I was playing music. Yeah.
He must have opened a video that had it on.
Yeah, that's some background music fucking Google Earth has now. I didn't hear.
Hey, Paul was on about 40 minutes and he only spoke for about a minute and a half total. So the rest of the time he was ignoring us editing. So, and David, you've been here long. I made you the host.
You didn't have to. I was only winding him up.
David wasn't even a co-host.
I know. That's the thanks you get for helping out.
That's a pretty good promotion. Huh?
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
That's
But
for
John's
keeping
only
Laura
lately-
away from me today.
Who was the other one that wasn't co-host? Was it Justin?
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Don.
Oh, Don.
Yeah.
Am I co-host?
Don,
No.
No, you will
Justin. No, Paul Murray's not even a co-host. Because it's suiting.
There you go.
Paul shouldn't even get a co-host on his own show.
That's what I get. I mean, that's what I mean. He shouldn't do it.
He doesn't
If you
even
leave
watch
him
his
off,
own
so when he
show.
comes back, he can't switch himself.
Or he'll be like, I accidentally gave you host. Well, what were you doing? Trying to get on Facebook? How the fuck did you do that?
You remember the comedy series called Not the 9 O'Clock News?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We should call this Not the Paul Murray Show.
Saw Jim and Brenda be getting mad all the time because he ain't watching the chat.
I'm guilty of that tonight.
Hey, Justin.
I don't watch it all the time because it's not my show to watch it. The host should be paying attention to it. What's up?
You want to make $20?
I'm gonna make $20.
Yeah, let me get do I need my knee pads?
No, not that kind of job. No.
I was gonna help you with the curb, you sick fuck.
Yeah, but you
What?
can do that. Hold on, I'll show you. Fuck, I just been here for 45 minutes, like it's already dusty. You can wash my truck, bro. Take it to
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll take how much did you say? 20? That better be 20 American. I don't want 20 pesos from Canada.
It'll cost him $600 to get there.
Better give me 40 and I'll spend 10 at the car wash running through the automatic. Pocket the rest of it.
Never mind, our money's gonna worth a lot of money now.
One thing I don't like at those automatic car washes is I don't like the no touch ones. Because
They're gonna merge it with American money. That's why it's gonna be worth money.
That? What was that, George?
Yeah, when y'all become a state.
No way, never.
And
That's
there's
not-
no netter.
That's never gonna happen.
No, and if
What you
if-
talking about, Will?
Well,
Why you
like,
dissing us?
it's never going to happen, but
Bastard rovers.
if Canada did become the 51st state, it'd be the state of inebriation.
Man, if we ever came the 51st state of America, man.
yeah,
I
can,
don't-
We wouldn't make Canada the 51st state. We don't want all of Canada. Some of Canada sucks.
Which
We
part?
wouldn't even give you statehood. We'd give you territoryhood.
Yeah. Which parts sucks, Donald?
You-
The parts where people live.
You
We'll
guys,
make
you guys are nothing without Canada.
We'll make you an unincorporated territory.
dude, Justin, it's not. If it wasn't for us, you guys wouldn't have hydro. You guys wouldn't have heat. You guys wouldn't have gas.
Wait, hold on. You guys only supply like 3 or 4 northern states.
Oh,
I'm all the way down in Florida, buddy. I don't need your electricity.
The whole.
Yeah, he doesn't need your electricity. He's still working on dynamos.
And I think our natural gas down here comes from Texas, I think.
No,
I think it
no,
comes from
everything
Mexico.
comes from Canada, bro.
Everything.
You guys don't even have your own oil.
What?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I think you might be slightly wrong on that one, Ed.
You don't know anything about North Dakota?
Or Texas?
Oklahoma?
Actually,
No,
Canada
that's like-
probably has a lot of oil. They just don't do a lot of.
Yeah, it's all in places that's inaccessible.
Yeah, they don't really use their resources much, their natural resources.
But you don't need to make Canada the 51st state. Just extend the boundary of of
Michigan.
Alaska.
What's up, Mill City?
The whole of Canada gets incorporated
Hey, well-
into Alaska.
Like I said before, we should have listened after World War II. We should have just went all the way and took Canada, but we didn't. We were being nice.
Oh no, we could.
You should have took Mexico as well. Then they want all these
We can take Alberta.
immigrants.
Oh, come on, Don. You can say it. You can say it. Yeah, we need Canada. Come on, just say it. Just say it.
We'll take Alberta and maybe Saskatchewan.
Oh, you know where Saskatchewan is?
And Whistler.
Yeah.
What's that?
You've
Gulf
got
of America.
you've got to take Whistler.
I'm trying to think of, and those really we would take them just mainly out of pity.
I've heard they're renaming it anyway, Grenada.
No, it's New America.
I thought Donald Trump wanted Grenada. And Putin called them Crussians.
Australia's next. They're America 2.0. Like Dominic ain't even listening. He's like,
Okay,
I
guys,
got
I'm
time
gonna
for
let
your
you guys go.
nonsense.
Yeah. Australia will have to
Dominic's
fund
doing
your
a poll.
52nd.1 state.
My
No,
phone is
it's-
dying, so I'm gonna go charge
52nd.
up in the truck. So
Oh, he
Let
don't
you
like
guys
all the
go.
Canada bashing. He's like, I'm out of here. Fuck you guys.
I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, or if not, then in a weekend.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, you guys have a good one. Don't work too hard.
Later,
Don't.
Ed.
Bye bye.
And to be honest, though, honestly, if that was even a real thing that was going to happen, it wouldn't even be one state. They would break that up into multiple states.
Yeah, they break it up into multiple states, but
Yeah.
I can't think of any good reason. I can think of one good reason to add Canada to America as states. Because we need a state that has a stupider accent than Massachusetts.
Oh,
Oh, come on! I gotta go now. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, bye. I gotta go cry now. I gotta go cry. Bye.
yeah, you lean
Bye.
on your American truck.
That was cold blooded.
That was a little bit mean, wasn't it?
I wouldn't even know what a Massachusetts accent sounded like.
Boston. You know,
I'm still
park
not.
the car in the Boston yard.
Boston Yard, park my car.
You ever see Goodwill Hunting?
No.
Yeah. He's wicked smart.
I think there's a cop program based in Boston.
Oh, what was?
Where it's a policewoman.
Oh, the Minnesota. Is it Minnesota that has that really deep accent too? Don't you know?
And her
Well,
dad
weren't the
was,
Kennedys? Wasn't the Kennedys a Massachusetts accent?
what the hell was it called?
Oh, are you talking about the comedy one, Mark?
No, she was a
Ah.
policewoman, and her best friend was the coroner. posh English girl played the coroner, and her dad was a plumber.
I'd probably know the show if you said the name, but I don't remember watching the show.
I don't know.
Really?
Oh hell, what was it called? I think it was the two girls' names.
You know the
Cagney
bad
and
thing is
Lacey.
though.
No, not Cagney and Lacey. It's a more modern one.
The bad thing
Bones?
is,
Close
Dempsey and Makepeace.
yeah,
No.
but see,
You make
I don't watch a lot of police procedurals, but was it Bones?
No.
Okay.
Donald, the sad thing is Ed was trying to defend himself on an American software leaning on an American truck.
Yeah.
You know what I always thought about, Donald? If I had, and you probably heard me say this before, but if I had a book,
We are called massholes. Mill City Sky.
yeah, if I had a book for everything that I didn't say because I thought it was going too far, I'm sure Donald would have a crazy book too.
Yeah, if Donald had a book, it'd be like, 1001 places to stop. Yeah, Justin, yours would just be one because you can't think.
No,
You guys have heard the things that I do say. Can you imagine the things that I filter out?
that's what I'm
Yeah.
No, I
saying.
couldn't.
That's why I said if you had a book with everything that you went to type in the chat or you went to say on a live stream and you were like, nah, maybe that's going too far, you stopped yourself.
Yeah. Gonna be honest, Donald, my imagination does not go that far.
All right, I'm jumping off. I'll catch y'all later.
Okay.
Catch you later. Just gave him
I mean-
co-host as well.
I called Dominic a bald C for goodness sakes.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That's still my favorite joke that I popped off with.
Um,
Bald
Will says Rizzoli and Isles.
yes.
Okay,
Rizzoli and Isles.
you've answered the question.
My wife watched
Thanks, Will.
those books, or my wife watched those shows, and she also read the books.
Zoli was the cop, and Isles was the coroner.
Yeah, I never watched that. I should have done something with my wife and watched it with her and participate. It just, all those police procedurals kind of blend together. I like to watch something that's a little more or a little less repetitive than the police procedurals. I'd rather watch something like a
Pink Panther.
Gilligan's Island.
Columbo.
Yeah. Yeah, Gilligan's Island is not repetitive.
No.
I mean, the amount of ones that are like that are ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, like Diagnosis Murder.
Like that picture of
What was the other one?
the Welcome to Midsummer sign.
Was
And
it
it's got
Quincy?
population
Yeah.
50,000, and then that's crossed out. It's
nothing
got
Well, you're not
48,000.
draining. You're just
Quincy.
It keeps going down.
Yeah.
And Quincy was just Quincy, but there was another one that was something MD.
I thought it was Quincy MD.
Was it Quincy MD?
It's Quincy MD. You're thinking Trapper John MD, probably.
That was an offshoot from MASH, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
The only thing about American police shows, right, is Murder, She Wrote, right? It just proves the intellect of the American investigators. She's the only person at the scene of every fucking crime and only got arrested once.
Yeah. It makes you really want to go to somewhere like Cabot Cove.
Yeah. Because they're all dumb fucks.
No, they're killed.
I think maybe you ought to leave Jessica Fletcher out of this one. She's a sweet, kind woman.
I mean, death in paradise. Who the hell's to go to an island where they get a murder every week?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, look at Midsummer's. Well, like I said,
Yeah,
the Welcome to Midsummer
Murder.
sign.
Yeah.
You know, and let's be honest, if you watch the likes of Hollyoaks, right? Would you want to go and live in Chester? They have a pub explosion, train crashes, people are getting raped and murdered every week.
Coronation Street's bad enough. And Emmerdale.
What was the one I watched just a while back about the?
And they stopped Brookside.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they
It
run
was
out
a-
of patio space
Yeah.
in Brookside. But the other thing about Coronation Street was when they did the tram crash. You know, they faked the tram coming off the bridge. Yeah, it was so badly edited. But not only that, if anybody had realised, it's a fucking train bridge, not a tram bridge.
Yeah, but a lot of the trams go along the train tracks where the trains used to be. Like the
Yeah,
train,
but that bridge,
the train from
now, if you look at it
Manchester-
today, when you watch the Salt, it's still a train bridge. Trains still go across it.
the train from Manchester Ferry, the train from Manchester to Altrincham is now a tram.
I'm gonna kill you, stupid.
Okay, y'all got to see this. I
The
filmed this
train
today.
across bridges in Castlefield.
Yeah, I filmed this today and made a short out of it. And I'm putting my
Mhm.
dog on a diet. Watch. Watch.
It wasn't Justin. It was
It may be
bloody.
Joe. Yeah.
You almost didn't make it through the door.
Ah, he's the
Yeah,
one that did it. It wasn't Justin.
Look,
Yeah. I owe Justin an apology.
We wrongly accused Justin.
look at that.
I'll apologise to him if I can be asked.
That's why
What y'all,
you couldn't hear it.
yeah, she's on a diet after that. She gets through it the other way easy, but coming back through, she got to climb it.
What are you editing on, Joe?
Huh?
What are you editing with?
Movie.
That
mate.
was just you on YouTube. The editing part I use is on Filmora.
Filmora, okay.
Yeah, Filmora is the main deal. I've got a little standard short thing in there. I just throw the videos in. That way I don't have to fool around with YouTube. I just put them back on YouTube.
I'm thinking about starting to learn DaVinci.
Well,
Mm.
DaVinci and
Because-
Filmora are pretty close.
Not really. Close, I guess.
Well, I look at Filmora being DaVinci on an easier level.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things DaVinci has, but not as detailed, but it's just easy. So I don't want to
yeah,
sit here and work
well,
for an
I've
hour
been-
and a half.
Pretty
I've
much
always edited on
Lumafy.
Premiere, but I'm probably not going to be doing commercial work after this year. And so after my Adobe license is up, I don't want to pay for Adobe again. And for what I pay for a subscription for a year for Adobe,
Yeah.
I can buy the speed editor and unlock the full version of DaVinci. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
let me try it out and see if I like it, see how I like it.
Yeah, I like DaVinci. I did, but then
Yeah.
I played with Filmora that one time and I paid like $76 and I got it all.
I played
Yeah.
with the cut screen for a bit, and I really enjoyed the cut screen because
Yeah.
that's where 90% of the edit is
Yeah.
in that place. But I need to reinstall it, and the only thing I didn't like was I didn't quite wrap my head around the file management. But I can get used to that. And I didn't like nodes.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like
Yeah, so
editing with nodes.
I'm not a fan of them either.
I'm a layer guy, but yeah, I figure I will I need to find something else and something that's comparable in power to Premiere would be DaVinci.
Yeah, that's really.
Plus,
Like
I like
said,
the idea of
DaVinci's
having
good.
that speed editor because I really miss my jog shuttle wheel that I used to have.
Yeah.
Back when I first learned how to cut and edit, every editor in the world came with a jog shuttle wheel. Then it became just, oh, well, just use your keyboard shortcut here. It's like, yeah. So I think I'm gonna go downstairs and install that tonight and drop a
It's
few
fun to
clips,
play with.
play with it a
Because
bit.
I learned it on my own, the DaVinci side,
Mhm.
because I was using Premiere, and I had DaVinci there. I never fooled with it, never fooled with it. Then I just threw it up there, so I got to learn this. I went in and I learned it, and then I said, well, Filmora. Somebody was talking about Filmora, and I threw it in. It was basically the same kind of format. So I said, well, let me play with that. Then I found out how much easier it was just to pop, 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 pop. I said, oh, hell no.
Yeah, Matt Prop's
You know?
looking at getting Premiere Pro, but
I
they're
just don't want to pay the price every month.
I'm tired of that annual subscription. Although it is nice to have that
Hey,
annual
no City
subscription
Sky.
because it gives me Photoshop and I can replace Photoshop. The only thing I can't replace is After Effects.
Yeah.
But I haven't really done any animation, like keyframe animation, for a while. So why have it?
I'm
When
still waiting for my
just
fisheye
for
animation.
just for simple compositing, you can do good compositing in Fusion. I've seen people do it. I've seen people do some animations in Fusion, not quite as robust as After Effects, I don't think, but
When's fisheye coming out of retirement?
well, it was the last thing I did was fisheye. That was the beef jerky ad, wasn't it?
Yeah, said he was going to said fisheye was going to come out for my charity event.
It was, but
Some wind up video.
I've just been so tired.
That's not till October.
Yeah, but I was
He
looking
could still
for.
come out and say something.
Yeah, when he came up with the idea, I was like, I really want to see this because
He's got to
I
come
just,
out at the
I
wedding.
just know that Donald's going to do something fucking absolutely crazy.
He's got
Wait,
to do.
wait, I don't have anything to do with it. I don't have anything to do with fisheye. What fisheye says?
You got to do something. Wedding, the charity event.
Fisheye's on his own. Huh?
What was that, Mark?
I said you got to get Fisheye to do something for the wedding. Never mind the charity event.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to.
You know-
I'm gonna have to kick my best man out, right? And then on the day, just say to Laura, I've got to load up Zoom. And we'll have
I don't
Fisheye on
think
Zoom
so.
as my best man.
I don't think so.
Hey,
A
excuse
plane
me.
ticket could get.
I'm gonna
I could
ask
officiate.
Fisheye.
Or I mean, fisheye could officiate.
I want Fisheye to be the best man, and I need you to pass on the message.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to be responsible for carrying the ring.
Oh. In that case, if you want fisheye to be the best man, you'll have to pay for a plane ticket for him to go over there. I'll chaperone him.
Oh, you could send.
So you'll have to pay for a plane ticket. If it was just him, we'd send it just regular postage.
Yeah.
But
That reminds me, I've got to book in the intention to marry it.
Huh?
You have to over here. You have to do a intention to marry where you can do it together, but you sit with the registrar and they talk to you and make sure that you actually both of you want to get married. And you know, apparently you can't have jokes with them. It has to be done very seriously. Which is a shame because I'd be like, could you help me? She's holding me hostage.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, my only marriage was in the Seychelles.
Yeah. When they asked where did we meet, I was going to say, I met her on this dating website, anythingforagreencard.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just say, she caught me as I was trying to commit suicide off this wall in Blackpool.
No, she didn't catch me. She actually fell off the wall. I was going to commit suicide. Yeah. She fell off the wall.
Right.
You got terrible.
And she hasn't left me alone since.
Mm. She did. She stayed at her mum's the other week.
You do know when she goes to her mum, she just rings me constantly.
Yeah, Kate's like that. She must call me about 6 times a day. I can guarantee that if I go to the toilet during the day, Kate will phone up.
Too much information.
This uncanny knack of phoning up at the wrong times.
It's always the case,
Yeah, I
though.
know people like that.
Mm.
Oh, you said, never mind, you said phone. I thought you meant follow. So I was
No,
thinking
no.
too much information.
Phone.
Okay.
Well, Paul was back and then left.
And she doesn't
Yeah.
just phone once. If I don't answer it, she keeps ringing. So it's like
Sounds like my daughter.
calls one after the other.
It's like when I used to go to the wholesalers with my friend Lynn, who owned the shop. Yeah. I'd be like, right, Laura, I'm going to the wholesalers. We'd only get off the car park and she'd be ringing. What time are you going to be back? For fuck's sake, I haven't even moved yet.
Yeah.
She'd ring like 6, 7 times in the 3 hours I was out.
Yeah. I keep
But
telling
never wants to come with us.
look, if I don't answer the phone on the first time you ring, it's because I'm nowhere near the phone.
When Laura first moved in, yeah. One day I went to town. She'd gone to college, and I'd gone to town, but I was running late coming back. So she got back to the flat, couldn't get in, so she rang my phone. Could hear my phone in the flat. Literally, in 3 minutes, she'd managed to alert the library staff, all the neighbours, and the police were kicking the shit out of my door.
So
Yeah.
she
She
got
thought
you-
I had a seizure and I was in the flat.
Yeah.
3 freaking minutes I was late, and yet it took me fucking nearly 4 hours to go around apologising to everybody, going, "Yes, I'm okay."
Yeah, and when I haven't answered the phone by the 6th attempt, I then get 10 text messages. Are you all right? Are you on YouTube?
You remember the back in the day when if you never answered someone, they'd go, "Hi, how are you?" You don't respond, and then they go, "Are you talking to me?" Fine, don't talk to me then. I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
And they're just talking.
And then half an hour later, are you there? What the fuck?
Yeah. Talking to the answer phone. I got one of they phoned me back, British Gas, afterwards to do a survey. Only I disappeared. So it went to the answer phone. So they asked my answer phone the survey questions 3 times before they were hanging up.
Yeah, they do that all the fucking time.
I'm sorry, I did not understand your answer. And they asked the question again. All because it's all AI.
I look. I saw what looked like
It's not fair anyway. I'm not allowed an answer phone message on my phone anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have the generic one.
I smeared basket maker over it, put the tube over, pinch it down, let that sit and cure for a bit. Please start it up,
Who's Don talking to?
get it running around 8. See if it leaks.
I think he's watching a video. Oh. Put the needle in my thumb. Implant.
It's the 14th, the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 30th.
That was just my son talking about his car.
All
He
right.
figured out the problem with the wiring.
Uh-huh.
What's the problem?
It wasn't connected.
No,
There's no wire
the
in
starter
there.
wire and the oil pressure sender. He switched them when he plugged them back in. They were both spade connectors, and so he just flipped them. So he had the starter go into the oil sending unit.
Going to the oil for it.
That was the problem?
Yeah, and then that was it.
Well, that's a
He
simple
switched
thing.
the wires because he went out there to trace it down. He was out of town for the weekend. He got back and he's out there getting ready to trace it, and he messing with the spade connector. He's like, "Man, this." Oh, swapped them, fired right up.
Well, it's a learning
That's
curve.
usually something like that.
It was a simple mistake, and why we didn't think. Neither of us thought of it. Both of us thought first thing, oh, we've crushed a wire or pulled a wire when it went back in.
Yeah, but think of all the experience he's now got with changing wires and stuff like that he wouldn't have had if he'd spotted the mistake straight away.
But it's a good thing he didn't have it fixed because, well, he wanted to. He would have wanted to take it down this weekend to Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It's very hilly down there, and I'd rather him get it started up and run around here.
Wait, he went to a hilly area.
Somewhere
He didn't let you
local.
use your dune buggy.
to break it back in, make sure that everything's
No,
back
not
in right.
not the Dune buggy, the MX-5.
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
But he went to a hilly area and Donald wouldn't let him take the dune buggy either.
No, he's got his own car.
Yeah,
But
I don't think he would want to take that dune buggy.
it's a hilly area. Everybody wants to go over hilly areas in a dune buggy.
I wouldn't trust that dune buggy to drive down to Arkansas on those tires, let alone a longer trip.
Yeah, shut up. Laura out of nowhere. She's been quiet all night. She went, "Did you shout me, David?" I went, "Yes, shut up." You time to shut up.
Hey, Paul, where's Boone? You ain't said nothing about him all day.
He's tuckered out pretty good. He's tuckered himself out.
That's good.
Yeah, I agree. It's really good.
I think you'll let him go chase a squirrel. All he was doing was bringing you one for dinner. Okay, let me ask you a question. How can I put a short up there? Never mind. I'll figure it out. Never mind. I was thinking how I could put a short up there, and I've looked at it one time, and it's not scheduled till tomorrow, but it's showing 5 looks. That's because I had that short of a dog just running, rolling. So it showed it 5 times on the scene. Never mind. Never mind.
Man, I've got videos that are unlisted that people have been able to see, and I don't know how.
Yeah, we've had a hell of a lot more people view my mum's funeral than we ever sent links out to.
It's actually still up.
Yeah, I
I,
know.
ne- I was actually going to delete my YouTube, but I never got round to doing it, and now I'm like, I might as well fucking leave it now.
I haven't got round to downloading it because to download it, I'll have to sort it out on the computer for them websites that do it. Because
Yeah.
it won't do it on the phone.
Have you ever had YouTube Premium?
I've got it at the moment.
Then you should be able to download it.
Yes, it'll download it onto my phone, but as soon as I stop paying for YouTube Premium, it won't let me watch it.
Yeah. What you would?
Hey, Dominic, I got all the short schedule right now, one a day through June 3rd.
It
Oh,
downloads
nice.
it onto my YouTube account. It doesn't download it onto the phone.
It makes my life easier
Well,
having that for in advance.
if you're coming to Blackpool, I know it's quite a while away, but if you're coming to Blackpool, I'll download it myself and put it onto a CD for you.
I'm just
Joe, I did that with fish eyes videos whenever I did the what was it, Socktober a couple of years ago.
Right.
I'll send you the money for a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. You stick it on that and post it to me.
I got fucking loads of them somewhere.
Yeah, Donald, I'll find
Only
about
about 16 quid.
maybe 30 minutes somewhere and I'll put them on real quick, a bunch of them.
Tell you what, Mark.
What?
You whack the 16 quid onto whatever it is onto one of my Just Givings or GoFundMe page, and then I'll just download. I'll just get a memory card and do it.
Yeah, okay.
I've got to put £3 on there from my lottery winnings last night.
Because I was going to do a what's it later on anyway, not this one, after August, when I get my first pension payment.
How many pounds did you take off of it for your lottery losings?
I didn't. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
What? Don't tell me they've taken it all back off again.
No. I've just done all the fucking wiring for the front.
Ah.
And I've snapped the fucking cable. Okay. Then I shall have to somehow work a way of opening it.
Is it a monofilament cable?
Now, it's like, hey, I have a plan. If I do that, take that out. Okay. No. Oh, bollocks.
That ship you did earlier, that integrity. What kind of ship is that? Is that articulated?
Yeah.
It looked different. Yeah, it looked a little different. It didn't look like it pushed all the way into it.
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't put it in the description, but I think it's like a cement hauler.
Yeah, because the back of it doesn't look like it's stuck up in there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can see it now. It is. From the side, I could tell.
Well, looks like I'm getting the soldering iron out now. things I have to do.
No. Don't you start barking at me yet.
Oh.
Cause I seen how you had struggled through that door. You on a diet. I told her a second ago, I said, I'm not cooking anything right now because my stomach hurts a little. She started barking at me like, my stomach not hurt. Made me something.
Well, she's just keeping you in line. That's all.
No, you didn't see the video of her trying to get through the door.
The doggy door.
Yeah, the doggy door, she comes in there and she goes, and you have to use her arm to push herself through. So she got to, I'm going to get some vegetables. She gonna eat nothing but vegetables.
Well,
'Cause
what
like
you
I said,
you need to get her some Boston creams.
no, she gonna get some red cabbage. 'Cause she loves red cabbage. And I'll
Oh,
give
she
her that
does?
every day.
She's
Oh,
a
she loves
cabbage
it.
eater.
I'll just go buy a red cabbage and slice it up, and it'll give me some and give her some, and she'll eat that all day.
JDS.
I like my red cabbage pickled.
So if I cut back the bacon treats and those wheat treats I give them, and start giving us just stuff like vegetables and that for a couple of weeks, she'll drop about 1 pound. If I can get her to drop about 1 pound, that'll make a whole difference in her life.
Tomorrow. I'm not fucking getting soda rain out now. I've already stitched myself 3 times.
Johnny told me he might be going on tonight, but he ain't on yet. I think he said he was going to go on a little later than this, but he don't want to go on too late.
I think it's Wednesday, isn't it, Johnny? And
Yeah.
I don't think I'm staying up for what's it? Coast
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
It don't start until 1:30 in the morning here and goes on till 3. And I've got to be up early tomorrow to go to
Is that Uncle Bill?
the prophetess. No,
No.
Coast to coast, Bill.
Bill Thomas.
Bill in Seattle.
It was in a time.
Must be gone midnight now.
Yeah, it's half
Half,
midnight.
12.
Yeah. I should have switched my fish up, when I forgot.
Oh, nice. Nice, John. 36 degrees.
Yep.
I'd love one of those.
Oh, screw that.
Going
It's-
precious, you're not going out at this time.
It got up to 23 today, but it's so muggy and sticky. And they keep saying we're going to get thunderstorms. They never happen.
Ripped off.
Yeah, I demand a refund. You know what? I'm starting to think a fucking handbag would be better than fucking making this.
I heard hamburger out of David's mouth.
No, handbag.
Handbag.
Because I'm trying to make a pocket to put the battery pack in to power the lights that needs to be sewn into the dress. But I keep.
Well, you could also put a hamburger in the pocket bag too.
Why would I put a hamburger in it? A veggie burger,
That's
maybe.
what you said. You wanted a hamburger.
A burger.
A burger.
A burger.
Hamburger.
I'm actually looking forward to walking into fucking Weatherspoons dressed like this.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Yeah, what do you reckon, Mark?
The hamburger. That was the only part of Steve Martin's Pink Panther that I liked.
That's the funny part.
Mark?
I like his face when he bit into the first one.
No, he must be on the phone to Kate.
That was great. Stop. And he tried to smuggle them back. That was even funny.
Well, guys, I'm going to go heat up the oven. My wife should be home with some mushrooms here in a
Yeah.
minute.
I think it's
I've got everything else
What are
ready
you
to
having
cook.
with the mushrooms?
I'm fixing a chicken casserole thing, chicken
Oh.
spinach casserole.
There you go.
And I've got everything cooked except for the mushrooms. And as soon as she gets here, I just gotta,
Now, do you just lightly saute them, or what do you do with butter?
yeah, I'll throw them in the skillet and brown them, and then
Now, do you use an oil with it, or you use butter?
these I'll probably use oil.
Okay.
Butter is good if you're gonna do a long cook at low heat. I want these to be kind of seared because they'll cook more.
Okay. Now, you don't want them crunchy, though, right?
No, it's hard to get a mushroom crunchy. You got to cook a lot of water out of them to do that.
Okay.
But
Well, that sounds good. A big like ribeye with mushrooms all over and onions. Mm.
but no, I've already got the sauce made. I just need to saute some mushrooms and then sweat down the spinach and then assemble and bake it. So if I go ahead and preheat the oven.
So she's going to be there with the mushrooms pretty soon?
Yep. Oh,
Here you go, Donald.
you gonna
I
take me
think
out for
I'm
dinner?
going. I think I'm going there tomorrow. I've been holding on to these two $50 gift cards forever. I think I'm gonna go over there at lunch tomorrow and grab some. Problem is when I drive in the front of the building, they tell me deliveries around back.
Yep. You better get over there and spend those $50 gift cards before they become worthless.
Now they're good right now, so
Yeah. But
problem
the
is-
steak that they buy is gonna get smaller and smaller and smaller.
oh, I'll guarantee you. That $50 over there is nothing.
Anyway, I'm out.
Okay,
Bye,
buddy.
guys.
Right, question for you guys. You know the little silver bags that hard drives come in
Mhm.
to protect them from static, and they got that zip up, reseal bit.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that would keep the battery pack dry if it rains?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You'd have to probably test it out first.
I've got a feeling that's going to be my freaking end, isn't it? Going to fucking piss it down and I'm going to get electrocuted. And I can't get out of it because I'll be in it. A bit of a Blackpool seafront going. "Nyeh."
Okay. What's the time? Hey, Jody.
Hmm. We're going to the beach tomorrow.
You're going to where?
The beach.
Is it that warm there?
Fucking steaming. Blue sunshine. Hey, Jody.
What was the temperature?
23 today.
Oh, yeah. I'd be getting close to going to the beach.
No,
at
no, no, no.
23.
This round about 18 to 22 is my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once it starts getting over that, then I start falling over and falling apart. So this is okay for me. Oh, fuck off. I just rolled it all up and it fucking fell on the floor and unraveled. Bat. Get over there. Done. So what's you guys' plans for this evening?
I've got to finish off a few things. So
Oh, I think I'll
probably
sleep
But I know yours is sleep, Mark.
if the pain will let me sleep.
Yeah, I had that problem.
Yeah, no, I don't mean Laura.
Oh.
No, I think I've developed a kidney stone. Now fucking hurt.
no. Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah, I know. So have I. That's why I know. I think it's one of them.
Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm on to number 4.
Jesus Christ.
My third.
Yeah, just double checked them. They're both still $50, so I'm definitely gonna use them. Use them this week. Problem is the freaking restaurant don't have any prices anywhere. You gotta go there to figure it out. That's what I'm saying. It's an expensive restaurant.
Yeah,
But they have lunch. I'm gonna hit lunch and I'm gonna get in there and try to get some kind of pricing menu.
get a portion of fries.
Yeah.
A
Do you not
breadstick.
have an app? Most restaurants have apps now.
I haven't seen it. I might look. I didn't think about that. Let me look. That would even make it easier. I'm not gonna even go. I'm not going to sit there because to go there I gotta dress up. Yeah, I mean I'm looking forward to going there. Shoot, I bring Johnny there. Get rid of it.
Oh, fuck's sake. Joe!
Only breakfast.
No, it's not in there. No app.
I need to go in and order a full English breakfast.
Nope.
You wouldn't know what one is.
Yeah, they don't have an app.
Shut up.
Oh.
She started barking this morning at 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. I'm going, Precious, will you shut up? Oh, it don't matter, they've gone.
That's like our fucking cockatiels. Because it's now coming light at 4 o'clock in the morning. Delwyn has decided that he's not going to follow our normal rules of you don't make a noise until we get up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's now at 4:30 in the morning, wooing start shouting down her ear.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other cockatiels are like, fucking shut up! And pecking the shit out of him.
Just will you stop it? No. 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 Ain't gonna happen.
Here she comes.
Shut up, Joe.
At least I gave you a warning. Gave you a warning. Yes.
Oh, precious.
Are you coming with me and Paige tomorrow?
Why is there an option not to?
No, I meant are you getting straight in her car or are you getting the bus?
Why?
Because she's asked. And she says if you're getting the bus, then you don't trust her driving.
Did you not tell her what? You told her what I was going to do?
No. I said you was planning on going a little bit earlier.
So you did tell her what I was going to do. You fucking dick. Go away.
You're getting in the car.
So we're going to the beach tomorrow, but Laura's friend thinks I don't trust her driving. Yeah. So what I was going to do is get the bus to Southend before Laura goes. And so when they actually get to Southend later in the afternoon, I was going to run up to him and pretend to be out of breath going, you could have bloody waited. Yeah. But Laura's ruined my plan.
Here you go, Dominic. They got a steak sandwich, right?
Yeah.
And since it's an expensive restaurant, it says grilled filet tips served with mayo, spring mix, and tomato on French bread, sauteed onions and provolone cheese, $1.50 each. So that'd be another $3 for the onions and provolone cheese, and
What did
probably
you say
20
serve
percent
with? Did you say tomato?
Instead of fried.
tomato. It's expensive restaurant, tomato.
Would it be a tomato?
Tomato.
Yeah, that sounds good. They got a bourbon barbecue burger, half-pound signature grind burger with fried onion rings, bacon. Ooh, I might get that. Bacon, cheddar cheese, pickles, and topped with our homemade barbecue sauce. Now that sounds good. That like $15. I get like 8 of them.
Right. I mean, it's cooked in salt water.
I'm gonna have to make that a run this week to get me don't eat breakfast and get me one of those burgers.
You know
Paul,
what?
I'm gonna pack it in.
Okay, we want
Yeah.
to call it? Okay, let's
Yeah.
call it. Dominic, where are you going next, Dominic?
Nowhere next.
Oh,
I've got to
okay.
go out and do some stuff.
Okay. All right, Mark. Hey, and David, thank you so much for letting me get those ships.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye bye.
Have a good one, you guys. Bye bye for now.
What?